Oh, hello everybody, welcome to Bleach Manga Chapter 648 live reaction review, and I do not know the title. And why are we by Askin? Well, actually, I'm rather happy that we're by Askin, but why is Ichigo all alone? What's been happening? Lille shows his true form, and Kyoko finally shows Bankai after being cornered. Feck off. But what is its power like? Well, I do not know, because we're by here, and yes. Ichigo's literally Askin coming down the pole. What happened to Grimmjow? Grimmjow, oh, that wild guy with the pompadour. I put him to sleep right over there. Ah, wait, was it that way? I really hate how these streets just get so confusing sometimes. Grimmjow lost you? Well, he was kind of an idiot, I will not lie. And he's my favourite character. Oh, come on, don't make everything a match. I really don't like those. And I don't give a damn what you like and what you don't like. Answer me. I can't though, but the least I can tell you my name is, it's asking Naklivar. Why is he just charging head first? He doesn't even know if he's killed him or not. That's the thing. Oh, wait, what the fuck happened? Whoa, what? Oh, there's Ganju. What? It suddenly got so much darker and colder. No, the temperature hasn't changed, and it didn't get any darker. This is what you call getting the chills. Oh, Orihime. I, I don't see or hear anything though. Why can't I stop shivering? Tosin! Tosin, are you back from the dead, buddy? This Ryatsu. It's you, Kiriko-san. Ah, the theater suicide scene too. Oh my god. Oh, he does have legs. An illusion? It feels like the skies have darkened. Oh my. So you finally show yourself. Sorry for keeping you waiting. By the way, mind giving me some feedback? What does he mean? Feedback? How does the world look to you right now? Is it dark, lonely, and perhaps slightly bleak? I see, so this is your power. Indeed, it's true that the world around me looks a little darker than before. Your Bankai, was it? Bankai it was. It's definitely darker, but I wouldn't go so far as to say it's bleak, because whoa, a messenger of God feels no despair. Jesus. Ooh. Oh, that didn't. I don't think Jewel's going to be happy you're destroying the city, Lily. I don't have any information about your Bankai and its abilities, but there's one thing I know for sure. If the wielder of the sword perishes, so will the Bankai. You're bleeding, aren't you? Oh my god. That is one. What? How did he harm him? The first level, wound shearing hesitation. What the hell does that do? The wounds that the enemy gains will appear on my own body if they were sheared. What? And sadly, it's not something you could die from. What is all this? What's happening? I told you, it's that Bankai thing. I don't... Kenten... Kikotsu... Karamatsu Shinju. This is it for the prologue. We'll end this quietly then. Now the second level. The Pillow of Shame. Whoa. What the hell is going on? Jesus Christ. His is a story of a man so filled with regret after wounding himself in battle, and the embodiment of his sorrows as he lay on his bed, transformed into an incurable disease. What? And of course the third level. Jesus, is this how it's... Lifeless Abyss? Holy shit. A peek into the abyss of despair. For those that have the resolve, I guess it's just you and me then. Underwater until either of our reactors run out. What? You're back. Okay then. Kubo really does like the needless filler, I suppose. I suppose it was needed in a way, but I just didn't expect Grimmjow to just be down and out like that. I expected him to, you know, show some form of resistance, but yeah, that just caught me greatly by surprise. But I suppose, like, you know, you should, like, Askin isn't someone to be messed with regardless of, you know, his persona. And I like the character. I like them both, really, and I was a little bit, you know, torn between, you know, who was going to win or what was going to happen. So now that they're not fighting together, I'm at ease. But since he's fighting Ichigo and crew, there's not a chance in hell that he'll survive. Well, hopefully he'll just fight the other crew and Ichigo will just run off. But even then, I still doubt he'll survive, which is a bloody shame. But then again, what the hell happened to Nelly Allen and Yoruichi? Because everyone's just disappearing. Like, we've accounted one group. Like, you know, there was Love and the Visors, Byakuya, Soifone, all with Shunsui and crew. Well, technically Shinji and crew now. And then, you know, they all just disappear. And then I'm just assuming that most of them got shot. But then, Byakuya? Really? And now, with Ichigo, well, Chad and crew, let's just say, they're all together. But Yoruichi and Neliel are, like, fucked off somewhere. And Ichigo's dealing with Askin. So, yeah. The beginning was just, like, you know, a showcase of, was just a showcase of, Shinsui's power in a way. It was just like, you know, oh my god, what's his power? Oh, this world. In hindsight, to be perfectly honest, that wasn't really necessary. In my personal opinion, that wasn't really necessary. At the very least, for the amount of pages that it were. I suppose, like, you know, you could say Xaydam. It was basically showing that you know, Askin's gonna be versing Ichigo, but couldn't that have been done after Lille's fight? Or, well, I suppose the one that was set up next was technically Gerard, so couldn't it have been done after Gerard's fight? Or even at the beginning of Gerard's fight, and then we focus on Gerard, you know? Because Kubo did the setup chapter with the battles, albeit Gerard, of course, but then as soon as we got to bloody Lille's section, it just went all topsy-turvy in a sense. Which is kind of strange, because I was expecting something along the lines of Mayuri versus Perndina as far as the battle structure goes, because that was okay, it was enjoyable. It had the right amount of sections that we, you know, wanted, you know, like exposition, interesting fight, of course, but then now we're just, yeah, all over the feckin' place. Well, it's kind of strange. So, Shunsui's Bankai obviously works like a play. I don't know what the play is about. Like, of course, it's probably like a Japanese play that I am obviously unfamiliar with. But the fact that, hold on. Then we go to page 13. The wounds that the enemy gains will appear on my own body as if they were shared. But there was nothing on... Well, actually... It does look like he's wounded where... Yeah, on the shoulder bit. But that's all I'm seeing here. But the fact that... You know... No, I'll get into that in a minute. Like... Works as a play. Like, we have the opening act, the beginning, the middle, well, the beginning, which is actually. Well, actually, the beginning is the prologue. The second level is the opening act, which is Pillar of Shame, and then the third act, which is the middle, is Lifeless Abyss, and then the final act is the battle itself. So, looking at Shunsui's body, he doesn't share the same wounds as Lille, but I suppose that's because he was in the second section before, which is smothering the Pillar of Shame. And at first I thought that those were, well, it looks like those are holes. Like there's just holes all across his body, or like there's the holes on the body and then the blood just splashed up onto his face. It's a little surprising to see him like this. I mean, again, this is the first time we've seen his Bankai, so of course, the first time we see it is obviously going to be, a victory. Like, I knew he was going to win from the get-go, but seeing it now, it makes me wonder if Stark could actually beat him. I mean, of course, he didn't defeat him to begin with, but Shunsui needed, like, 3 captain level Shinigami to aid him. Albeit they were using, their Shikais, but again, albeit Stark wasn't really fighting at his fullest. Like, he even said, like, being lazy and so on. Well, actually, Lille was saying, fight at your fullest. Because, like, you're the Primera Espada. Although, granted, she said it's the first, so I watched the English stuff. Anyway, the chapter itself was pretty simplistic, ain't gonna lie. The beginning, I still feel personally was pointless, or at the very least, it shouldn't have been done at the amount of pacing it was at. I mean, if that was the case, like, again, bringing Gerard, since the battle itself was set up last week, they should have done Gerard instead. I mean, that just makes sense to me, personally. But, yeah, I never thought I would say this again. Cooper wasting time. Well, technically wasting pages, but he hasn't really done that for the most part. Wasting time, I will admit. But, yeah, I'm going to give this chapter a 5 to 6 out of 10. It was interesting to learn his Bankai, I ain't gonna lie. But, yeah, that was the only interesting part, and the fact that, they're now in this underwater cavern. I do hope Lille comes back with something, I really do, to make the battle a little bit more interesting. Or at the very least next week we get some former backstory if he does hit the bucket. I honestly want this chapter to last at least 2 more chapters. Because, yeah, with Lille, like, so far the Elite Guard has interesting characters. Like, obviously Pernida, but obviously we didn't learn that much about it. Lille, since he's the final recruited member of the second group. So, yeah. So many interesting things, but at the same time I'm worried that they're not going to be answered in any form. And that's the problem when it comes down to Bleach, I will freely admit that. So yeah, I'm going to get a 5 to a 6 out of 10. Take what you can. Take what you want, rather. And I will see you next week. Hopefully with a better chapter.